We turned our house from this to this.
There we go. Oh, that is cool.
If you're thinking about putting lights on your house like we did, I would definitely go with these guys. And they're actually based out of Utah. But if you don't live in Utah, don't worry, because they've got certified vendors and installers across the entire country. If you're looking to do this to your home, let me walk you through the process. And then I'll show you my favorite effects at the end of the video. So after they pulled up, they checked me in, made sure they had the right place, and then they started unloading.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ladders.
Then they put up these cool pads that let you stand straight up on an angled roof.
You can just get on them.
Oh, check that out.
So they hold you, plus they'll give you a little bit of height sometimes, you know, so you can just boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
Then they brought out the lights.
Some high-end Christmas lights.
But unlike Christmas lights, these can take a beating.
So those lights, okay, oh.
Not gonna lie, that kind of took me by surprise, but he's the professional, so I'm just gonna go with it and assume that hitting the lights like that is okay. Anyways, he then showed me how to install them.
So you have a light like this.
Oh, nice.
Once they pop them in, they then screw them under the eaves.
Flush right here, and then we'll put a clip right here. The clip will come under here, and then zip it up right here.
These are the clips they use to hold the rail up.
Usually do it in the center
Yeah.
or wherever.
And then just 2 screws on each side, huh?
They've got a bunch of colors to the railing, so if you have white eaves or brown eaves or black eaves or green eaves, they'll match the railing to fit in. The whole idea here is to hide them the best they can. After a few minutes, I wanted to take a closer look, so I climbed one of the ladders.
Here's what they look like. That is on there good. Nice and tight. This is the track. Pop the lights through. This is the clamp. Just goes around here. The edge comes into this piece, and they just screw it in on the other side. And they just put up this section here, which is like 15 feet in 15 minutes. Like super fast.
When I climbed back down, I headed to the garage to check out the control box.
Get the box installed, huh?
Yes, sir.
Nice. That looks good. Put this, protector over that. Yeah, that looks nice. A lot better than the sprinkler guys where they just left this cord like this.
And these guys are pretty quick. They had 2 guys up on the roof, putting the lights in the rails and then hanging them up. And then they had a couple more guys in the garage working all the electrical stuff with the control box. And then there was a straggler, so I grabbed him to ask him some questions. First off, what's your name?
My name is Joseph.
Joseph. All right, cool. Yeah, so what do we got here?
So you got the 3-diode light. We went with the RGB so that we can emulate any color. You got the 4-wire communication system. You got your power, your 48-volt power, your communication, your redundant communication, and your ground. That way, if something goes wrong in one light, it'll continue to communicate through the second light and all the way down the strand. Each light is pretty heavy duty made. It's fully encapsulated, 99.98% fully encapsulated, waterproof, damage resistant. But we've ran over these lights with a half-a-ton truck, and it did more damage to the concrete than it did the light itself.
Well, we need to do that then.
Should we do it?
Yeah. Let's
Lay it all out.
So we did get some breakage on the ones that were up on their side,
Okay.
and the ones that were flat,
Nothing.
nothing.
Wow.
That one was all the way up on the side
Oh
when we
yeah.
ran
So,
over.
okay. Well, and you know what? Like the back end broke, but I mean that might still work. You plug it in.
You want to give that a
Yeah.
shot?
Is that cool? Sorry, I know this is causing you more work. Oh, there we go.
And then we got a complete fail. So I wonder
right.
if we crushed the power out of it with the converter there.
So this is the one that got the worst damage, the most damage.
Yep.
But up to that point, those 3 are still working, and I think those were flat, right?
Yep.
And then that one there, but
So the thing about it too is if we do have a power fail, that is the only thing that will make the rest of the line stop working.
okay.
But usually on a house, what you're going to see is a communication fail from light to light. You're not going to see a complete power fail like that. I'm curious if we cut that light out and splice it in, will the rest still work?
Oh, here we go. Look at that. All of them. So just that one light. That's crazy. Yeah, see, there's a few more here. Like this. Oh, look at that. So that one had the cap busted or the back end busted and still working. Dang. Okay.
But they've also done a test before where they've done them completely submerged in a bucket of water and turned them on and have them running.
Really?
And they've worked, yeah.
Wow. All right, man. Thanks for doing that.
Not a problem.
Cool. Well, now that we proved that you can run over these lights with a F-150, I then asked him how many color options there are for each light.
So you have the RGB, so you can emulate up to 6 million colors.
Oh, that's it? 6 million only?
6 million.
Jeez.
Yeah. And you'll do all that through your app. You can actually look up any color that you want, adjust your RGB scale to give you that exact color.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool. So whenever we're going past a certain footage threshold, we add power supplies, or if we say we need to break up different controllers, so we'll have a controller in the back or the controller in the pool house, controller inside the house, and then we'll have power supplies to push the extra footage of lights that we add on.
House size doesn't matter.
No.
You got it all figured out.
Yep.
Okay, so say in 5 years, a light did come out. What's the process of getting that fixed?
Giving us a call, we figure out what light strands on your house. We match it up in our warehouse. We get the right light, we come out, we fix it.
Do you guys have to come out, or could you send me the piece and I do it?
We could also do that.
Is it pretty hard to switch that out?
It's very easy actually. As long as you identify your 48 volt power, it follows a pattern: power, communication, redundant, ground. So if I cut this light out, it's easy for me to splice in this light with that light by just following what it's.
And that's all you do. So
Yep.
you cut it here, take this light out, put the new one in, splice it together,
Yep.
that's it. Okay. Easy wiring.
We actually also do DIY kits for customers that want to do the install themselves or in an area where we don't have a local branch or we don't have an authorized dealer. Like, we will sell DIY kits so they can install it themselves.
After a couple more hours, they were ready to turn them on. Just turned them on. Sweet. Oh yeah, that's gonna look awesome. Dang. Check it out. Once it was dark, I took the family outside to check them out. 3, 2, 1. Bam.
Those are bright.
I meant to do 4th of July colors. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that is cool. Pink glitter, that's a fun one. This is spring. Oh wait, what's this one? Oh, that's cool.
Fireworks.
Halloween fireworks. That's so cool.
Halloween worms.
I was gonna say, yeah, that definitely looks like Halloween worms. Oh my gosh.
Happy Halloween.
There we go. It's Halloween time. That's cool. Look at how much it reflects off the house. We got jellyfishes! It's time to dig into the app because there is a lot you can do. First off, there's a bunch of programs. Here's a few of our favorites. It's a month away from the 4th of July, so I want to dive into that setting. And everything I'm showing you here in this program, you can do in the other programs. All right, so in Independence Day, you have a bunch of effects. Here's some more of our favorites. Now, if you go into the effect, you can modify it. You can choose which zones of your home you want. They segmented our house into 3 zones. You can change the pattern, the speed, the colors, the effect of the twinkle, the overall brightness, and then the brightness of the red, green, or blue. Doing that really changes the glow of the house. Once you made the changes, you can then save and name that program. You can then select a schedule for your program to run, or create a calendar event where you can pick the days to run and what time to come on and off. You can also connect it with Alexa or Google, and you can program each individual light. If you wanted to, you could spend pretty much a lifetime just in the app changing all sorts of fun things. For me and my wife, we were pretty happy with the effects that they already have in the app. There's not enough holidays to enjoy them all. 4th of July has like 10 different effects just for that holiday. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that is cool. If you guys want the best house lighting out there, this is the company that I would go with. If you want to check them out, I've got the link below. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.